Good day everyone. Today my group will be presenting a comprehensive study of global maritime casualties from 2011 to 2020. Our theme focuses on maritime accidents, their trends, causes and vessel involvement. Each of us will be analyzing a different type of graph as part of the analyzing and synthesizing data assessment. For my part, I will be analyzing the line chart, which shows the trend of marine casualties and incidents over a 10-year period. I will describe the overall pattern, highlight the specific changes, and explain what this trend suggests about maritime safety. This line graph shows the number of reported marine casualties and incidents from 2011 to 2020. It includes four categories, which are very serious, serious, less serious, and marine incidents. Let's look at the introduction. The line graph illustrates the trend of reported marine casualties and incidents between 2011 and 2020 based on the data from high HAS market. It highlights the changes in four severity levels, which are very serious, serious, less serious, and marine incidents, to evaluate how maritime safety measures, technological improvements, regulations have influenced the overall pattern of accidents during the decade. Let's move on to the overall trends. Overall, the number of marine incidents increased steadily from 2011 until 2014 before declining gradually towards 2020. Less serious incidents remained consistently high, showing a slow and steady fluctuation throughout the decade, while every serious casualties rose slightly during the early years but fell sharply after 2014. This pattern suggests that although overall reporting increased slightly at first, it was followed by a gentle yet steady reduction, reflecting gradual improvement in maritime safety management. The trend also indicates the influence of enhanced vessel design, better maintenance practices, and steadily improving compliance with international regulations. Let's take a look at summary 1. From 2011 to 2014, the number of very serious casualties increased slightly from 70 to 96 cases. After 2014, it decreased considerably to 64 in 2017 and substantially again to only 46 in 2020. The significant downward trend suggests the impact of stricter SOLAS regulations and enhanced crew training under ISM code. Here is summary 2. Serious incidents rose rapidly from 251 cases in 2011 to a peak of 880 in 2014. After that, they declined gradually to 709 in 2015 and then fluctuated slightly around 800 cases until 2020, ending at 698 cases. The considerable rise and steady decline reflect improvements in onboard risk assessment and introduction of breach resource management practices. The summary 3 says, less serious incidents increased greatly from 878 in 2011 to their highest point of 2001 in 2013, before decreasing gradually to 1,567 in 2020. Although there was a substantial rise early in the decade, the trend later stabilized, slightly indicating the minor operational errors remained common but were better controlled through technological tools such as ECDIS and AIS. The fourth summary discusses the marine incidents were rose steadily from 252 in 2011 to 451 in 2014, then dropped moderately to 410 in 2016. The figures increased slightly again to 584 in 2018 before falling gently to 526 in 2020. This pattern shows a slow fluctuation, possibly linked to changing weather conditions and machinery maintenance quality throughout the decade. In conclusion, less serious incidents were consistently the highest, while very serious casualties decreased considerably across the decade. The overall pattern reflects the steady progress in maritime safety achieved throughout regulatory improvement, technological innovation, and enhanced human factor management. Nevertheless, the persistence of less serious incidents indicates that human error and procedural lapse still contribute significantly to maritime accidents, emphasizing the need for continued training and awareness within the industry. Thank you.
Good day, Madam Uzara. My name is Tamil Maranki Govindaraju. Registration number 35 DNA 23F 1050 from DNA Lima E. Today I'll be presenting about bar analysis. So, bar analysis title is the number of fishing vessels involved in a marine casualty from the year 2014 until 2020. Now let's move on to our introduction. The graph above shows the number of fishing vessels involved in a marine casualty since 2014 until 2020. The total number of fishing vessels involved in the survey was 4,132 fishing vessels. The survey was carried out among dredger, gill nether, liner, seiner, trawler, and other or unspecified fishing vessel. Now let's move on to the features. It can be clearly seen that there were 143 dredger, 239 gill nether, 166 liner, 245 seiner, 2128 trawler, and 1211 other or unspecified fishing vessel in the marine casualty from 2014 until 2020. It can be clearly seen that the trawler recorded the highest number of marine casualty and the dredger recorded the lowest number of marine casualty from 2014 until 2020. Now let's move on to the first comparison of the graph. The number of other or unspecified fishing vessels involved in the marine casualties was slightly higher than trawler. It can be seen that 337 other or unspecified fishing vessels and 211 trawler were involved in marine casualties in the year 2020. The second comparison. The number of seiner involved in the marine casualties was dramatically lower than trawlers. It can be seen that 211 trawlers and only 26 seiner were involved in the marine casualty in the year 2020. Now for the last comparison. The number of liner involved in the marine casualty was fractionally lower than dredger. It can be seen that 16 dredger and only 15 dredger were involved in the marine casualty in the year 2020. For the last part, conclusion, it can be concluded that the trawlers recorded the highest number of marine casualties and the dredger recorded the lowest number of marine casualties from the year 2014 until 2020.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad Al-Yuze bin Muhammad Yusuf and my matrix number is 35 DNA 23F 1068, and today I will be presenting about the analysis of a pie chart that shows the components of maritime accidents on ships. So the purpose of this survey is to investigate the key factors that contribute to accidents at sea and to help us understand which areas require more attention in order to improve maritime safety. By breaking down each component, we are able to identify the causes that have the greatest impact as well as those that play only a minor role. This understanding is important, especially in the maritime industry, where safety is a top priority. So what are the features? Features number one is variables and their results. So as you can see from the graph, the chart is divided into several variables, which is human error, accident damage, lack of maintenance, natural disasters, inability to provide services, and other causes. Each of these segments represents the percentage of maritime accidents that can be linked to that particular factor. For example, human error occupies the largest portion of the chart with 75%, followed by accident damage with 18%. Meanwhile, much smaller percentages, only 1% each, are attributed to lack of maintenance, natural disaster, and inability to provide services. There is also a segment labeled Others, which accounts for 4% of total accidents. Overall, these variables give us clear overview of the different types of issues that can cause accidents on ships. Okay, so for the feature number 2 which is most and least significant causes. Based on the distribution, it is very clear that human error is the most significant cause of maritime accidents, making up 3/4 of all cases. This shows that many accidents may be related to poor decision making, lack of training, fatigue, or miscommunication among the crew members. On the other hand, the least significant causes are natural disasters, lack of maintenance, and inability to provide services, each contributing only 1%. These factors have a much smaller impact compared to human-related issues. This also suggests that nature or technical service problems are not the main triggers of accidents in comparison to human behavior. Okay, for the summaries, firstly, exactly 3/4 or 75% of all maritime accidents were caused by human error. This clearly shows that the majority of incidents are linked to human factors rather than mechanical or environmental issues or environmental causes. This information highlights the importance of proper training, improved procedures, and stronger safety culture among ship operators. Secondly, nearly 1/5 of the accidents, which is 18%, were caused by accident damage. This includes events such as collisions, grounding, machinery failure, or unexpected structural problems. Although this percentage is much lower than human error, it still represents a significant risk that needs attention, especially in ship design, maintenance, and operations. Lastly, less than 5% of the accidents were caused by other minor factors, while only 1% came from natural disasters, lack of maintenance, and inability to provide services. These factors have minimal influence on the overall accident rate, but they still remind us that unpredictable events and technical issues can happen. Even though their percentages are small, they should not be ignored because they can still lead to serious consequences in certain situations. In conclusion, the analysis of this pie chart clearly shows that human error is the main cause of maritime accidents, contributing to the vast majority of incidents. This highlights the importance of improving human performance through better training, stricter safety protocols, and continuous monitoring of crew readiness. On the other hand, natural disasters, lack of maintenance, and inability to provide services are the last significant contributors, each accounting for only 1%. Although they play a smaller role, they should still be managed properly to prevent unexpected risk. Overall, this chart emphasizes that reducing human-related mistakes will have the greatest impact on improving maritime safety. That's all from me. Thank you.